Hey guys, this is the Bostonian Critic, and I'm signing in for a new video. So after reviewing the Disney animated films in January of this year, I figured, I did mention in my Moana video that I will be back in the springtime to talk about about part two of the senior. So since Avengers 3 is coming out later on this month. Well, like at the near end of this month, but it was supposed to come out in the beginning of May. But anyway, I'm like, screw it. I might as well talk about it right now. Oh well, this was planned obviously anyway. But since now all this movie is coming out, I am very excited. So, I'm gonna be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies this month. And since there's only like 15 or 16 of them, or something, or maybe a little bit more than that. But here's what I'm gonna do. Not only will I talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, but I will be talking about some of the live-action Disney films. You know, Mary Poppins, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, these are some of the live-action Disney remakes as well, or like ones that I've seen. So, and some of the other ones that were released and nobody really cared about. But so that's what I'm going to be planning on doing this month, and I won't be doing only like 2 a day like I did with the Disney animated films, because that was a lot of work, or like really a lot on the videos to get done for that entire month. So I'm just going to limit to 1 video a day, and that's it. So sit back and if you've seen my Stardust video or about these movies, or you should check them out as well. Also, so without further ado, welcome to part 2 of DisneyYear, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and some of the live-action Disney films. Let's start out with the first film, called Iron Man. Now keep in mind, before Disney owned the rights to the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, let me just say that Paramount Pictures was the one that owned this did this kind of thing. Well, at least for the first phase. Alright, so also now let's talk about the first one, Iron Man. This film was directed by Jon Favreau, who directed the live-action Jungle Book movie in 2016, Elf, and Chef and Zora, which I have never seen those, except for Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies ever, and the live-action Jungle Book movie. So basically, the story is about Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., who basically gets captured by a group of terrorists, because they wanted to build more machines for this one guy. What do you call it? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I do remember it. But he's basically been captured by a group of terrorists, and then he has to build some other kind of weapons for them, so that way they can take over the world. He comes across this other guy who's been a prisoner for a while, and then they try to escape, but the prisoner dies later on. So he does escape. Tony Stark does escape, and then he comes across some other characters like Abadia Stain, played by Jeff Bridges, the Big Lebowski himself. I'm the dude. And Big Z from Surf's Up. Yep, that's the guy. And James Rhodey. Well, James Rhodes played first time played by Terrence Howard, the Princess and the Frog actor, Tiana's father. But that's actually kind of weird. I actually didn't remember that character at first, because I remember seeing the character in the second film. But I don't know. But he will actually be played by Don Cheadle later on. But there's other characters that we see in the movie, like Gwyneth Paltrow, as Pepper Potts, and the guy, and some other colorful characters like Jarvis, was played by Paul Bettany, who obviously who he will become on Vision later on. And Happy Hogan, played by the film's director Jon Favreau, and Phil Coulson, the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by Clark Craig. So basically, we already know this kind of story, or the Moses story and stuff. And it's we have heard the story like a few times before, and the way they tell it is the way that Jon Favreau has told us about it is really fantastic. So the beginning and the end from this film, it is very, very entertaining. And all these characters are very believable. And especially Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark is probably the best thing in this entire movie. Much like Michael Keaton as Batman, or even hell, friggin' Ben Affleck as Batman, you don't see Robert Downey Jr. trying to play it as the character. You see Tony Stark and Iron Man. His one-liners are great, his acting is fantastic. I just love this guy from the beginning to end. Happy Hogan is great. Jon Favreau is great as Happy Hogan. He's a lot of fun. And Pepper Potts is enjoyable as well as the love interest. And Jeff Bridges is also a very fun and enjoyable villain as well. And the special effects throughout the entire film was really well done. Especially being the first cinematic universe movie from Marvel. Is it a fun movie? Yes. Is it funny? Very funny. There's a lot of very good funny moments, and a lot of very heartfelt moments as well, too. Even a great story, too. I guess if I had a nitpick with the film is that the Jeff Bridges villain on his armor suit, seems a bit too goofy. I mean, it's not bad or anything. And what do you call it? And the other villains, like the other side villains, we don't see very much of them, and they just kind of feel bland. But all in all, I think Iron Man is a really damn great movie. Especially coming from the same director from director Jon Favreau. And he basically directed the second film, which we'll get to that one in a couple days. There is a post-credits scene, and you probably already know what happens at the post-credits, but I'll probably just say that. You know what? Well, spoiler alert. We do see Nick Fury played by Samuel L. Jackson. And I gotta admit, that's a really great choice for an actor like him to play as. Hell, he played as Frozen from The Incredibles. What can you expect? And anything I think Samuel L. Jackson touches, I think is gold. Really gold. He's one of my favorite actors ever. So if you guys are interested in seeing this kind of cinematic universe, I say you definitely should check it out. Well, check this one out first, obviously. So that's pretty much it. This is just a quick sum up of my first review of Iron Man. And it's definitely worth checking out. So what do you think about? What do you think of this movie? Comment below. If you like the video, click like on it. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And if you're interested in following me on Stardust, definitely follow me on Stardust. The Bostonian Critic just go on Stardust and search Bostonian Critic, and then bada bing, bada boom. You'll be all set. And I will follow you back too. I am the Bostonian Critic, and I am signing out, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.